Hey everyone. I wanted to show you my process for importing height maps from World Creator 2022 into Unreal. There are a few issues right now where it may not import correctly. You'll have some angles and artifacts, also the C scale you'll need to adjust, and I just wanted to show you the process that I go through to get a smooth import into Unreal Engine 5. The first thing I want to show you is that here the precision here matters. That changes actually your landscape size. In World Creator 2, you used to have a box here that said landscape size, and you could put in 1024 by 1024 or whatever. Now we have this thing called precision. So if you set it at 1 meter, it actually turns out to be 1024 by 1024. You can see this by going to your export tab. I already have it here, but let me just show you how I got there. Okay, so go to your export tab, click add height map, go to your export elements, and if you scroll down, you'll see that it says here at the bottom, here's your dimensions, 1024 by 1024. So if I go back here, let's say I want a 2K landscape, I can go to half meter and go back to my export tab and look, and you can see it's 2048 by 2048. In this case, I'm going to do a 4K landscape, so I'm going to go to a quarter meter. And again, we've got 496 by 496. Now, Unreal landscape sizes aren't the same, so they have recommended landscape sizes that you need to change this to, or actually ultimately end up having. Let me show you what those recommended sizes are. Okay, if you go, I'll put the link in here. It's basically landscape Unreal Engine Landscape Technical Guide, and if you scroll down, it'll show you what the recommended sizes are. This is for performance purposes. So for 4K landscape, their recommended size is 4033 by 4033. Okay, so now that we understand landscape sizes in World Creator 3, let's go ahead and set what we need to do to export it correctly. And again, let me just go through it. So once you have your final map, if you're just doing the height map, I'm not dealing with anything else but the height map, or I'm not dealing with textures or anything like that, just the basic height map. So, and this is just one of the sample example projects that come with World Creator. So when I want to export to Unreal Engine 5, I'll go to the export tab, I'll click on add, I'll choose height map. Click on export elements, and I want to change this to PNG. Okay, my bit depth is going to be 16. Turn that on. I want single channel because that will give us just the black and white, not this all the other channels. So we want that on as well. We want to flip the Y, and that's it. Now we don't want to change any sizes down here. You would think maybe change it to 4033, 4033, and theoretically, that's what you should be able to do, but that's not working really well right now. So select a folder, and let's see. To get this right, now I'm going to go ahead and just export selected. Okay, and I go to the folder where I exported it, and you can see it here. It's 4096 by 4096, and you can see the black and white image. Now, if I were to import it in just like it is now, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let's go to landscape and go to import file, choose the file, choose that. Okay, and landscape. So it's importing it at an odd size because of the, it's not the right size for landscape, but that's okay. I mean, that'll throw some things off, but it won't distort it like it does now. Let's go ahead and import it and take a look at it. And let me show you what the problems are currently. Any moment now. Come on. Okay, so we imported that. Now let's go take a look at close detail of this, and you'll see how it's got all these angles, this sharp angles. It's not smooth at all, and that's, that's not right. You don't want that. So to fix that, what we're going to do is take this image here and we're going to resample it and also apply a smooth filter to it. Resampling will change this down from 496 to 433 by 433, which is the correct landscape size, and then adding a smooth filter will take care of these sharp angles here. Now I use a program called GIMP, which is a free image program. I'll leave the link down to GIMP in the below the video. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So just a free, like, Photoshop program. Okay, and it's pretty easy to do. All you need to do is go File, Open, find your height map, open that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go to resample it, so it's, instead of being 4096 by 4096, I want to downsize it to be 4033 by 4033, or whatever size whatever landscape size you want. Sometimes you may upsize it or downsize it, so you may want to change it to 2017 by 2017, or larger. Preferably, what you want to do is, get the landscape size as close to possible within World Creator to the one that you want. So if I actually wanted to do a 2017, I would change this back to 2, and that would be a 2048. Then I would downsize it to 2017. So you don't want to try to take a landscape, a huge landscape, an 8K landscape, and try to resample it down to 2017. Make sure the numbers are close. So now that I've got this 4K landscape, let's get it in the exact size that I want for Unreal and make it smooth. So we'll go to Image, we'll go to Scale Image, and then here we have the width, height. All we need to do is put in 4033, which is the recommended landscape size, by 4033. And then we need to change this interpolation quality to no halo, or if you're using another program, you'll probably want to use Lansco's 3. That's pretty much the same thing. That's the interpolation you want to use. Photoshop has it. They would use Lansco's 3. Affinity Photo has it. I like this program. It's just quick and simple and easy. So go ahead and click Scale. And then the other thing we want to do is to smooth it out a bit. Filters, and go to Blur and just add a very light Gaussian blur to it. You could change the scale intensity of it too, but the default seems to work well for me. And go ahead and OK. And then choose File and Export As, and we'll export it as our new, just regular old height map, 4033. Okay. And you don't need to change any options on here, just leave it as the default. Okay, and we're done with that. And now we can import it back into our Unreal Engine, and we'll get the right size and we'll get rid of this. So let's just make a new level here real quick. Empty open world. Don't need to save anything. Let's add some lights to it. Light mixer. I need to save it first. Save map. Include a window. And just add these to it. And we'll get our basic light set up. Easy peasy. Now let's go to our landscape and import file and choose the height map. This one time I'm going to change it to this one, or a modified one, And you can see there's no warnings. We've already flipped the y-axis when we exported it, but if you didn't, you can flip it within Unreal now. It's a new feature in 5.1. This is Unreal Engine 5.1, which is not out yet, but you know, it's the same. So we'll go ahead and import this. And again now. Okay, so it imported, and let's take a look at what we were looking at before, and you can see it's very smooth. There's no more, let's look at a rougher spot, there's no more angles, everything's smoothed out. That Gaussian filter smoothed it out. The resample made it correct for the correct size for the landscape. So now imported correctly, everything looks good. And I'd say that's pretty much it. Let's go to some sharper angles here. You can see that there's no more real sharp. The sun's not good position. Real sharp angles. So it did what it needs to do, and now everything looks good. The other thing you can do now, if you have really high spikes, let me go up here. And sometimes, and this may be, you may want to adjust the Z-scale of your landscape. The Z-scale of your landscape pretty much tells you how high spikes are going to be and the size of it. So if you go to landscape, go to details, and you'll hear, go to scale and go to Z-scale, you'll notice that you have it set right now by default at 100. Now if you have really high spikes, you can just simply go say 75, or if you just want to reduce the whole size of the landscape, you can say, let's say 75. And this will reduce those spikes and make everything look good. Or if it's too small, you may want to adjust it up. But generally, you're adjusting it down. So now you can see how this landscape went down some. Let's see if I want to go down even more. I could do 50. And you can see how it reduced the whole size overall. So that will get rid of, if things are coming in with big spikes, it's usually because the Z-scale's off for some reason. Anyway, hopefully that will help you guys. All right, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, bye.